Welcome back, Pokemon League Championship fans. It is your host, as always, Ian, aka Murrah, aka Big Boss CEO, here with playoffs week 1 of our mini draft Johto tournament. I'll be straight up with you. Johto, a Johto tournament. We pretty much kind of just did it at the last second there. It was just something we had in our pocket for off season that we've been toying around with that Zach wanted to really do. He spearheaded it, and it's also it's pretty much our last event that's going to be held on the 3DS. We're moving to the Switch after this, boys. It's game over for the 3DS here. And plus, I don't know about you guys, but we've played Ultra Sun and Ultra Moon / Sun and Moon to death. Our league has done 4 seasons of it. One of them was on X and Y, but we did 3 seasons of it, primarily three off seasons with it. And then it was just hard to reinvent the wheel. We're ready for the next Pokemon game. Obviously, there's some controversy around that. We're not going to get into that, but we're ready for the next meta and for things to change. And so this brings us to the playoffs, which is the last part of the last event on the 3DS that we're going to be doing. And it's the Johto playoffs. We only have 2 matches today, but Zach, since we all know you posted a video on the Facebook this group week, we don't have to get into that on stream, but you'll be leaving us soon for a brief amount of time to work on some personal stuff and take care of some stuff in your life and not have as many commitments. This is your last event. What are some of your favorite memories of the league, and what about this event was special to you?
Man,
there's so many.
Yeah, nah, dude. There's so many different things. I can say one thing's for sure. No matter how low the season can get into, or however low tension the season can get into, I always get everyone fired the hell up, and I think that was clearly evident in the playoff trade wire.
The playoff trade wire was actually way more eventful than people actually realized.
It was wild as shit. Cause
the whole season we're not trading anything, we're not dropping anything, nobody gives a fuck about it, and then all of a sudden the last wire, everyone just goes off.
And I just sniped Entei out of nowhere. You and Mike were going so hard.
I was so pissed, man. I wanted that so bad because I was gonna get Entei, and then I was gonna fucking figure out a way to get Suicune off of you. And then I would bring the legendary dogs into playoffs. That's what I really wanted, but I don't have that option.
That was also my idea, but you wouldn't give me Raikou, so.
Oh, fuck no, bro. If I'm not bringing all 3 of them to the playoffs, nobody is. And Raikou's been on my team since the beginning, and he's actually been putting in work, man.
Oh, absolutely. He was putting in work the season you had him. Season 2?
the first season I had him too. Yeah, he was putting in a really odd amount of work. People don't expect Raikou to go off like that,
Mm-hmm.
And
he's a force.
Weather Ball, of the Pokemon that have access to it, Raikou's probably the best user of it.
I don't know if I'm going that far, but he's pretty good.
I mean, who would you say? Venusaur?
Yeah, probably Venusaur. I mean, he's already benefiting from drought, so.
Yeah, but it depends, because in the situation, if it's hail out, you have Blizzard that's gonna do a lot of. I mean, I guess Thick Fat.
So you're saying a Venusaur of Ice Beam ain't scary?
I'm just saying that Raikou has way more open availability for all of the weather types.
Nah, the thing is that you're not thinking of the bigger picture, where it's Venusaur just got so many more tools at its disposal compared to Raikou.
I mean, what I'm saying is that's why Raikou's a better Weather Ball user than Venusaur, because you would pick a different move on Venusaur.
No. Sorry, that's all you, buddy.
Alright, whatever.
Unbiased opinion is unbiased.
Whatever, bro. So, oh man. Oh, so guy was trading me. I got the shiny versions of Solageo and Lunala. And then like he was like trying to act like he was a big dog with all the rare Pokemon, and then I went through my decks, and he was like, "Can I have that? Can I have like like fucking being like, oh, let me get that shiny Mew." He was like,
You know,
thank you so much."
honestly, all the controversy aside with like last season, like I have to say, last season was probably my favorite season.
What? There wasn't a lot of controversy in last season, honestly.
Well, I mean, just like as far as our list, like that was the first time any of us used actual Ubers.
Yeah, well, not like in a season, yes,
Yeah, you
but
know what I
like,
mean,
yeah,
though.
yeah, yeah. I just wanted to clarify for the viewers. Yeah, that was the first time that we used actual Ubers, but like you got to think that like we already had there wasn't a lot of controversy. Actually, I was pretty much the only one that didn't really want that. Like, John didn't necessarily want it, and maybe Jay, but like everybody else was like, yeah, fuck it, like Uber meta, let's do it. Like everybody was down, and once we made the list and we got it down, like I think that was probably one of our strongest lists too.
Yeah, yeah.
Like
Like
I mean, season
everybody's
4.
team had something to offer.
Season 4 was probably the best season. I mean, people didn't really get that tuckered out at the end of it. Everybody was pretty happy with their performance. We had some crazy moments, crazy trades. And then season 4 actually had zero drama in the playoffs. Like there was
Pretty great.
no drama.
That's a first.
Yeah, so like it was the first one that we did everything perfectly, and I appreciate it for that. But
Granted, I'm not happy about how I ended because I just got so like.
complacent there at the end, you had 2 weeks
Yeah, I
off.
really did. I really did. I got so complacent.
I
I
was
just stopped
sitting there
trying.
just like Rocky, like trying to fight for my
Mhm.
life from the bottom up.
Now that's how I am.
Yeah, so so we're definitely hoping to see some good things this week from our players. I'm doing my giveaways again. Fucking just Magikarps. What do you want? Tell me in chat. We'll get you Pokemon. Yeah, I could trade you.
So should I go ahead and start talking about this
What's
team?
your friend code, buddy? I'm gonna go ahead and trade this viewer that wants the Pokemon. But yeah, so let's switch over to Zach's point. We're gonna keep doing giveaways on the top right, as always. I'm gonna, my camera's on, but I'm not gonna let you see me because who knows what I'm doing back here. So
Ooh.
you can see the Magikarp giveaways there. We're gonna start talking about the teams. You can kick off with J Wade. I'm gonna go ahead and get my friend code for this player here, and we will go from there.
Well, I'll say this since we're still like kind of like talking about our history.
Yeah, go ahead.
What do you think was your favorite like on-stream moment that was non-Pokemon related?
We had a lot of really good on stream. All right, so like season 4. No offense to season 4 was good stream, but like season 2 and season 3 had some of the best commentary and shit like of all time. I mean, the beginning of the Coke Zero debate, all the sponsors. I used to love those jokes, like the sponsor jokes. Were really cool for me.
Haribo did what they did.
Haribo did what they fucking did, man. But I really liked. I liked seasons 1, 2, and 3 best. Hang on. This is our friend code. Add us.
I think our best moment was when we had that hit single.
Which one was that one? I kind of remember it, but like, tell me what it goes, and I'll be able to sing it again.
Fuck it. Oh man, hold on.
You fucked up. It was a hit single, man.
No, it wasn't a hit single. It was a one hit single. We only had one song. What was it?
I remember.
It's
not gay if it's only dudes. Yeah, it's not gay if it's only dudes. Yeah.
We had like the album and everything.
It's not gay if it's only dudes. Coming to you soon. All right, let me go ahead. You know what? I'm gonna give out this Rayquaza. Then I'm gonna add your friend code. all of them. He's like, what Pokemon are you trading? I was like, all of them. Fucking come get them. What do you want? Magikarps mostly. Just kidding. Oh, I only have one Rayquaza left. I gotta reset this. Anyway, yeah, so it's not gay if it's only dudes. We had a lot of really fun moments on the stream. I think when Dan started catching on near the end of the stream, but I think whenever we had me, you, and Jay, or God forbid, the rare me, you, Jay, and Steven, like
that was the best. I was when we were always at our perfection.
So really high quality commentary.
Nothing against Dan. Dan's
whatever. Yeah, Dan had. I mean, he came in. He had never done it before. You know, he was getting the hang of it.
He was clutch. You know, he gave a lot of good insight.
I think he gave a lot of great insight. I think that we just had a lot more jokes in the past season. We were a little bit more analytical this season 4. Man, I miss shitting on William too. That was always my favorite.
Oh, dude, that was your fault.
Well, it's my fault that I can't shit on him anymore because I took the biggest shit of all. But
you just shit too hard, man. You tried to force
all over him, man. But yeah, let me add this viewer, and then I'll be able to give away your Pokemon. Our in-game name is Mura, if you couldn't tell by the fact that we are Murasame Gaming. My dog's barking outside my thing because my wife is not here.
Alright, guys. While he's doing that, I'm going to talk about Jay-Wadey. So we got his bitch-ass Typhlosion. His Typhlosion. Probably Scarfed. Who knows? We got Togekiss here. Probably the Follow Me support. Could also be Nasty Plot. I mean, it can do a lot of wide variety of things. We got Feraligatr here. Possibly Life Orb, Sheer Force. You know what I mean? Maybe some Dragon Dance in there. Intimidate provided by the Arbok. And we got Fake Out on the Ambipom right here. And last but not least, that Ditto. You know, I mean, really,
he got the Ditto at the end?
Yeah.
Damn, he's bringing Ditto.
He could have Scarf on.
I gotta fuck up Jay-Wade with a Ditto.
Oh, he could have Scarf on Ditto or Typhlosion, so those are definitely options. Ian actually play tested versus Jordan's team. So like he has a lot more insight than I could have.
Yeah,
so he could talk about that a little bit.
I'm currently logging on to trade this viewer, and I am ready to talk about Jordan's team. So Jordan obviously going with the Sun Core here. And here we go, buddy. I just sent you a request. Anyway, Jordan's rocking Sun Core. Chlorophyll, the Chlorophyll Leafeon, Drought, Ninetales. I like the support of his Sudowoodo, who's actually done a lot of good work for him, and it's a Fake Out user, go figure. He also has Mr. Mime, who also is a Fake Out user. Really? This Pokemon he's going to be using mostly to set screens, though. That's the purpose of his Mime here. Mm-hmm. So he wants to set up his Leafeon and his Ninetales and his Charizard to come out and just wreck with damage. His Sudowoodo and his Mime are supporting them because they're just going to be trying to spam Heat Waves. And then we have Blastoise just bringing up the rear, taking on things that he can't handle with his fire Pokemon. So that's just the basics of his team. Let me go. I thought I had a regular shiny Kyogre. Hang on, I might have given.
That's all interesting. I make these drafts all the time. I don't know why I've never noticed a Sudowoodo as Fake Out. I never knew that.
Yeah, it's crazy, right?
Pretty good. It's pretty good, man. Because he's got
Rock too, yeah, and he's got Rock Slide. So he's got some good stuff. But Jay-Wade's team not only has been really good this year, it's also like really balanced. Like, he's got a really nice team, and he's
Well,
been
he
doing well
started
with
with
it.
all three starters, so he was
Yeah,
like
and
looking for
dude,
achieving that
it
balance.
really does suck that he didn't bring Meganium into playoffs because, like,
I mean, let's be real. We can understand.
yeah,
Like,
obviously, but like if he had brought him, and then if he had all three of them, I probably would have traded you Raikou so that we could have had someone with all three starters and then someone with all three dogs. That would have been tight.
well, the difference would have been I would have went to finals and he wouldn't.
That's a good point. Good point. So, you know what? I'm gonna offer you a shiny Jirachi. How about that? You can have that, buddy.
Jirachi.
Jirachi, whatever. All right, you ready? Let's kick this match off.
Is that a blue cheese flavored Jirachi?
It is. So I'm ready if you are.
Give me 1 second.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Okay, go ahead.
All right, 1, 2, 3, go! We're kicking off J-Wade versus Jordan. If you got your music on, you don't want to have that on, Zach. And this is an alright match. Like, Jordan played me and Aris in practice the night before, and against me, he was getting RNG crazy shit. And I looked it up. Apparently, Grass Whistle's not able to penetrate protect, but in our game there was a glitch where I protected and Grass Whistle literally hit through my protect.
Are you sure?
100%. And and maybe it was a glitch because he fainted my second Pokemon, so there was only one Pokemon, and then he used Grass Whistle. So maybe it just like, see, it didn't go through protect here. Right there, immediately, right off the bat, he fucking wasn't able to get protect off, or I mean, Grass Whistle off.
Your glitched game lulled him into a false sense of security.
He literally glitched me. He glitched me into a sleep, and he had RNG everywhere. He was criticaling me all over the place. Eventually, I just literally surrendered. I was like,
not a great idea to leave Joe Budden in there.
I was like, I'm out of here. Surrender.
I'm surprised
the thing.
Jordan left in Joe Budden versus two types that are super effective against.
What's crazy is he brought this Sun team. I guess he had been practicing it. He was pretty proud of it. Now, no offense to Jordan. This is a pretty good team he has. But, like, all year round, J-Wade has just been spamming Eruption and murdering everybody. How could you not know that Sun was going to make that worse? Like,
yeah, that's
he
fair.
just powered up his strongest fucking Pokemon that has been running the shit all season.
I'm sure he really appreciates the Eruption.
Yeah, and then Rock Slide does almost all of Togekiss's life, but so he's got an alright type advantage here. If he can get a good Rock Slide off against and some damage on that Typhlosion, he might be able to turn things off. But Eruption comes out, and with the Sun Boost, it is absolutely gonna murder Sudowoodo. I'm sorry, bro.
Man.
He survives by just a little bit, and it critted. And then the Roost happens, and he's not actually able to, kill Typhlosion either, so he basically just got screwed.
No, he did kill Typhlosion.
Well, I mean, he wasn't able to kill Togekiss, but Typhlosion's out of there, but Typhlosion already did...
I was like, what?
Typhlosion already did what he did, and the Life Orb kills Sudowoodo, so... It just was a bad ending. Marcel has been running shit for this kid here. I'm gonna need to bring some fighting.
I'm telling you,
moves.
he knew that you wanted Ambipom, and he was like, no, I can't let Ian have Ambipom.
I actually didn't even want Ambipom, but...
You did want Ambipom, stop lying.
Ambipom is good fucking Pokemon. He gets a free Fake Out with a stab bonus, and...
Yo, you see how much damage that Fake Out did?
That's ridiculous. Fake Out from Ambipom is a ridiculous move. Double hit... retarded.
Honestly, I'm surprised nobody ever thought of like Silk Scarf, Fake Out, Technician Ambipom.
Yeah, I know, right? He's fucking ridiculous. Shiny
thought you
Zorora. Do I have a Shiny Zorora? Oh, there is no Shiny Zorora right now.
Yeah, that's not illegal yet.
But I have a
This is
Shiny
gonna hurt.
Cresselia.
This double hit. Oh my god, it took him all of his life.
It probably would have taken all of his life if he hadn't set up Reflect. Didn't he set up Reflect last turn?
I don't actually remember, I'll be honest with you.
Ooh, Marcel avoids the Heat Wave. RNG's not working out for him this time. Here comes the
He is
King
in a
Cobra.
bad situation now because now
Intimidate. Yep.
he's forced to pretty much switch out both of his mons, but both of them are like on their last limb. This is dumb. This is a done match.
It's over, yeah. So double hit's gonna kill Ninetales. There's nothing he could have done.
He worried about setting up these screens when almost everything was dead anyway. So
And then
yeah, and he
didn't even set up reflect. He just barely survived. But
it was at full
poison jab,
HP, so I get it.
poison jab's gonna go ahead and put that fucking mime to sleep.
Yeah, that was rough. Jordan, I don't think you played necessarily the wrong team. I just think your lead kind of screwed you.
So Jay Wade, check this out. Early in the season, Jay was like, I don't know how I'm gonna. I mean, I won, but I'm a little nervous. Like, I don't know who I want to pick up. I was thinking about Arbok, but I don't know. I was like, bro, Arbok's pretty fucking good for your team. Like, it's got Sucker Punch, it's got Poison Jab. Like, it's pretty good. It's Intimidate. And he was like, you know what? Yeah, all right, I'm gonna get Arbok this weekend. And then, like, all of a sudden, he's just been running shit with Arbok. I do not have a shiny Absol, unfortunately.
And Intimidate's really good too.
I could get you a shiny Absol. Yeah, the Intimidate's really good. So that's a quick match. Unfortunately, that will be it for Jordan's career in the Pokemon Ultra Sun, Ultra Moon stream seasons. And Jay Wade moves on to come against me in the semifinals of the playoffs for the Pokemon League Championships.
I think
Johto
maybe if he brought the team a little differently, maybe he could have tried to set up Tailwind with Charizard, something like that.
You know what I did used to like too? That we stopped doing in season. We stopped doing it in season 4 because we didn't have like Jay and some other people. But we used to do MVPs every match.
Oh yeah, that was fun.
And like that was really fun. And then we would do like an MVP giveaway too. Like throughout the week, we would give away the MVP like over GTS randomly. You just toss Pokemon on, we'd do it, and then at the weekend we would do a giveaway of like a really cool like legendary, and that shit was funny. Your friend wants a shiny Absol? All right, well let me back out of this. I'll see if I can get you a shiny Absol. I'm going to have to leave the trade with you. But yeah, let's go ahead and skip over to the next and final match of the week. Bink. And that would be you versus Mike. So there's a story behind this match that we can't possibly get into until later into the game. But
yeah.
But
this match is a little controversial. But yeah, we'll get into it.
Yeah.
All right, but I'll go ahead and talk about my team. So my team, I was actually really afraid of Mike's team because Mike has a lot of good stuff like Slowbro. There was Slowbro I was afraid of, and I was afraid of. I think I was mostly afraid of Slowbro. Yeah, Slowbro was really, really rough news for my team. If it really got going with like a calm mind setup.
Yeah, he had some really good shit planned with that. That Slowbro.
Yeah, Slowbro would have definitely wrecked me. But we fortunately did avoid to manage seeing Slowbro, and so this week it was actually really funny. So I went into this match, and I was not feeling really confident in my team at all.
Okay.
And I was like, you know what would have been a really tight? I could bring Nasty Plot Alolan Persian because everybody always expects Fake Out from Alolan Persian. So I bring it in with a Nasty Plot and I just start wrecking face with +2 Dark Pulse and get flinches off that way too with its speed.
Yeah, flinches all day.
I was like, that would have been really freaking sweet because Alakazam, Victini, a lot of his mons wouldn't have liked that. So I was like, man, I should really do that. And I'm like literally already like having to play against Mike. I'm like, it's too late. Nope, it's too late.
Yeah.
I gotta bring what I got. It is what it is. I was like, damn, I really wanted to bring this Alolan Persian. But this is the Alolan Persian that I have been using for the past couple of weeks. There's not a lot of new things right there. And it still does its job because if you know Mike and Maurice, they love their support moves.
They're good at it too, and they're also good at stopping support move or your support of them.
Yeah, like they love making situations where like you're basically locked in an unwinnable battle by using like a lot of support moves. So Alolan Persian still does a lot of work with its taunt support, fake out, all that stuff. We got Suicune here with Tailwind. It actually has Roar as well. If he does like, do like the stockpile Cradily shenanigans and all that stuff. That was another thing I was afraid of Cradily. But yeah, if he went for stuff like that, that would have definitely put a stop to that kind of nonsense. We got Clefairy here, follow me support, all that good stuff.
Oh, what up, Mike?
We got Mew here with the fake out support.
Mikey's the man. He's coming to support the stream again.
Hey, what up, Mike? We got transform support. Well, transforming into any problem on the board doesn't matter. That's what makes me really scary, as we saw in our last match with Mike.
Yeah, because the problem with Ditto is Ditto's stats obviously suck and stuff until it transforms. Its ability lets it auto-transform, but it only has access itself to the move transform, whereas Mew has access to, like, everything plus transform.
And fake out.
Yeah, so this fucking Pokemon can just basically be anything.
It can do what it
can absolutely do anything. Yeah. They can set up a Tailwind and like something else and then transform into a really powerful Pokemon.
It makes me sad that we didn't have free Asterisk to start off with in season 4, because I think that would have like literally made it perfect.
Oh, absolutely.
Free Asterisk from the beginning, I would have used the hell out of me.
Oh, dude. So, 3 Asterisks I think was a great mid-season thing. But let me talk about...
I would have liked it in the beginning, but that's just me.
Let me talk about Mike's team. He's got that Victini...
Whoa,
did you not finish? Oh, I'm sorry.
No, I didn't. We are attempting a boosting set with Gliscor again. I know a lot of people have been packing like ice moves for my Gliscor. It's a threat that everyone does make sure to prepare for. So I actually put a Yachi Berry on it this time.
Oh, gotta love those damage reduction berries. We saw a lot of those big in last season.
Yeah. And last but not least, this is actually not Intimidate Luxray. This is a Guts Luxray with Flame Orb. Because I was like, he didn't really have like a physical attackers I was afraid of. So I was like, well, I would rather just have a stronger Luxray, because Flame Guts boosted, Wild Charge hits for heavy damage.
Oh yeah, dude. I mean, that's just ridiculous. And Lux. Man, that's what I hope we get. But while we're still getting announcements for the Pokemon Sword and Shield, there was a rumor that we had Galarian Ponyta, which ended up being true. And then there was a rumor that there'd be Galarian Luxray, which I would be so glad about.
Yeah, I would like that a lot. Luxray has been a really cool Pokemon for me. I've liked using him.
Yeah, Luxray is awesome. So brings us to Mike's team. This again is the last match of the Week 1 playoffs, because they are one-offs. Next week we'll have 2 matches, but they will be best of 3s, so we should theoretically have anywhere from 4 to 6 matches. Dark Electric would be okay, but give it.
I would love Dark Electric. I think
I want something off the fucking wall, like Fire Steel Luxray.
Like imagine if it was Dark Electric though, with like Sucker Punch. Like that would be sick.
Oh yeah, I mean Luxray just needed a revamping anyway, and I'm glad they're giving it to him, because I always liked him. And then I always felt there were better Electric type options for my teams.
I feel the same.
You know what I mean? Like, I'd like to have him be cool. That was when Diamond and Pearl got announced. That was one of my favorite Pokemon concepts in general. I was like, that dude. Getting him. Anyway, moving on to Mike's team. We've got Hitmonchan, can fake out, has access to the punch moves with Iron Fist, so that's going to be a big boon to him. Let's see. Do we still have... our viewer that was trying to get this shiny Absol is gone? Hang on. Hang on. Log on to the GGS and get this Absol. Alright, yeah, let me add this other viewer too. So Hitmonchan's got access to a lot of cool shit. We've got Scyther, damn. Scyther, who has access to Tailwind, and he's definitely gonna be his Eviolite Pokemon. We've got Alakazam that I traded him, a big trade. I got Tyranitar, he got Alakazam. I was chill with that.
I bet.
And so he got that from me. He actually got some of these Pokemon from me in general. I did make some of his Pokemon this week, and I actually made some of your Pokemon this week as well, so it was ironic. But we see that he's bringing in this Jumpluff. Jumpluff has some interesting support options, as well as, I think, access to sleep-inducing moves. And then Victini, obviously we know that from our season when I used him, and when Aris used him, he has access to so many.
Got a lot of good use out of Victini, didn't
Oh yeah, I got a lot of good use, and then he's now using it well too. So this Victini has access to so many different types of moves, and there's so fusion, like there's crazy moves. So Victini's just good in general. It's also one of the Pokemon that obviously is across the board 100 stats. Great Pokemon. Can provide any role that he needs. Then we move on to this Kecleon. Kecleon is a protein user, the OG if I recall. And he is... I mean, he's cool. He's a niche Pokemon. He's not exactly Johto, but, you know, he's cool. Nobody got to use him in other seasons, so it's nice to see him in playoffs. I'm logging on. I just added Kangaroo. If this Pokemon wants... I mean, if the TDD Goo 64 Austin wants this shiny Absol, I got one for you. I went out specifically. I hunted in the wild for minutes and found a shiny Absol, and I got it for you, but I guess if you don't want it, you don't have to have it. But you, Kangaroo, let's go ahead and trade. When you log on, let me know. I'll send you an invite. I think you're on right now, actually, right? You're this guy? Yeah? I'm going to go ahead and send you an invite. Let's get you some Pokemon. What do you want? And while we're doing that, Zach, why don't we go ahead and start this match?
Yeah, let's do it.
Alright, 1, 2, 3, go! So, lead us in, man. What's the thoughts? We're going into the match. This is your fight.
Well, I'm seeing this team, and I'm like, well, let's just go, with the tried and true, taunt support Persian, in case he tries to set up, and then it fake out as well, and then inner focus, will really play a huge role in sweeping.
I was very upset that I didn't do inner focus when I fought Mike. So, continue. I'm sorry.
So I actually fake out the Hitmonchan, and I forget that Hitmonchan also has inner focus himself. So that was kind of a wasted turn right there, which is really bad because this Cypher, gets to set up Tailwind as I set up Tailwind. But I mean, I guess it was an exchange of not really a whole lot happening.
Did you both do the exact same thing to each other?
Exact same thing.
That's wild.
I don't know why I hit Hitmonchan fake out when I was definitely going to outspeed it, but it is what it is.
Yeah.
So I'm like, obviously I'm going to get punched to death out here, so I'm a parting shot. His, pretty good physical attacker.
You hit Scyther?
I hit the Hitmonchan.
Oh, that's probably smart.
He goes for the bug. He goes for the bug bite, trying your strats out, and ends up getting confused.
I know the same thing happened to me with the Scizor the other week.
It's because the nature.
No, I knew that, but I'm saying like I think that was worth it though. Like that was definitely worth doing because bug bite.
Oh yeah. That pretty much killed my healing for it too. And so he actually bug bites the Gliscor and takes away my Yachi Berry. So like now if he ice punches me, I'm fucked. While I'm setting up the Swords Dance in his face.
No, true, yeah.
But Scowled hits Hitmonchan, and luckily enough, I get the freaking burn.
You get the burn on the RNG. Oh yeah, Mikey, good point. Hey, viewers, if you guys like what you're doing, join us on our Discord through the social page. Join us on our Facebook. There's a little tab under the picture here where you can see that we have clickable links to all of our YouTube, Twitter, Facebook, and our Discord. Support us for giving you cool Pokemon, right? Reaper Scythe takes another hit, survives again, but the Eevio Light goes off, and Ice Beam's gonna make it a problem.
I definitely had to get rid of that Cypher.
Scyther, I mean, the whole
that
Tailwind
Cypher,
support, it also is a
that's-
tank.
yeah.
And it hits
That's
pretty fucking hard.
That Cypher's been putting in work for him all season long.
You survived the ice moves because of the parting shot combined with the burn.
The burn, yeah. So this Hitmonchan's not hitting for a lot at all. So now we see this jump pluff here, and I'm like, well, all right, I'm gonna just try and take something out before I die. So
The infamous jump fluff.
Mm-hmm.
So you do what? Walk us through this.
Well, I just get hit by the sleep powder, which puts me in a very unfavorable position because I think now my tailwind's over as I was trying to set it up.
Ooh.
But yeah, so now we got no tailwind, and he actually double targets.
What?
Yeah, puts 2 Pokemon to sleep at the same time.
But the sleep clause.
It's actually against our rules. We do have sleep clause intact. It was posted on the Discord channel in our rules set, but
it's in all of our rules, yeah.
He said that he wasn't aware that we had sleep clause.
Oh.
We go for the slot.
But you wake up, so I guess, all's well that ends well.
Yeah, it was just, but this puts me on tilt because I was definitely targeting the Victini. Definitely was going to hit it. So whether that might have made a difference.
The Victini moved before Valvatores, though, didn't he?
No.
Oh,
I don't
okay.
think so.
I think it did.
So.
I think
I could be
Victini
wrong.
went.
I could be wrong.
I think he went first, and then
no, because he switched. He switched. I think. Right?
No, he did glaciate.
Right. You're right.
So he actually did. He did kill you. It
might not have made a difference. It might not have made a difference.
It technically didn't, but also still against the rules.
Right.
Here kicks in the guts. Damn, man, these toys are supposed to be indestructible. My dog tears them to shreds. Hitmonchan comes out, resetting in Fake Out. You're getting a Z move off. We haven't seen a lot of those this season. Guess we're all trying to get used to not having them anymore.
Yeah. Gotta make the most out of it. So I get
got Dynamax moves.
Nah, Dynamax can't do this. So now that Hitmonchan is weakened again with the burn, bringing in Suicune back to full health.
Alright, here we go.
And this puts the momentum in my favor very, 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 very heavily.
The Z power heals you. Oh, shit.
And
You know
Facade's
Facade?
hit for mad damage.
I didn't even know he knew Facade.
Mm-hmm.
He just took a strat out of a Reese's books, except it's not as good because it's not a normal type.
Hey, man, it still hits for good damage.
Yeah, it hit for a shit ton of damage, man. Alright,
He gets this work up, so this is at +2 now. And I know Kecleon carries Sucker Punch, so I was like, I see it coming a mile away. So I'm like, well, you know what?
I see it coming a mile away.
So I'm gonna protect here, make sure I don't get hit by this now +2 move, and then just whittle it away.
Wait, I already gave you this Pokemon. Let me give you a different one. Sorry, I'm giving away Pokemon. 15 cents goes down.
Save 15% or more by switching your Pokemon out.
Victini comes back in full health. Little monster.
Yeah, man. So now I got him in a really interesting situation because he's forced to double switch here. And he's actually going to use this Scarfed Victini to do massive damage. And I kind of was already debating switching in Clefairy so that I could keep Luxray healthy, but I decided to go for damage while I could.
And you set up a Tailwind, so that's important though. That's big. That's big time important for this. Because now that Choice Scarf almost doesn't matter.
Yep.
Especially with Fake Out. Fuck that. It's over for that.
Well, you also gotta remember, now he's locked in the V-Create.
He Rage Powders. Comes the center of attention. You taunt. Oh, good call. Way to read. Well, also, you were just trying to get rid of that sleeping, too.
Oh yeah, I know.
You scald the lint instead of Victini, which I was a little iffy
No,
about, but you burn
rage
it.
powder.
Oh, right. U-turn. Ooh, he's not scarfed.
I could have swore he told me.
And then he comes
I
back.
don't know.
He comes back to Mike, resetting out
Oh,
Mike
you know
Tyson.
what? I thought he was scarred because I guess Jump Love's tailwind was still going on. I guess. There's so much tailwind going on here.
Mike Tyson's
Hard to
burned.
keep
They're
track.
all burned. Everybody's burned. Nobody likes it.
But yeah, I didn't want to die to this mock punch, so I decided not to risk the parting shot and just manually switch out to Clefairy. And this is wild because I saw him switching out the taunt jump fluff since it really couldn't do anything. So I was like, well, screw it. I'll just throw Scald at it, and if it hits Victini, it hits Victini. And
it
lo
did.
and behold, he switches it out for Victini, which is now forced to switch out again.
He's like, God damn it. He's hoping to read this Scald on that, and you're like, hey, I'm betting he's going to switch out.
Mm-hmm. This is wasting my Trick Room turns, which does kind of suck. I mean, not Trick Room, Tailwind.
Yeah, you get him
And
with
then,
the Icy Wind. That's a really clutch move.
Does some actually decent damage to the Jump Love. Clefairy ain't no slouch, man. She takes down Mewtwo's and shit. She a thick bitch.
Yeah, she is.
PHICC. But now I'm just kind of whittling away his resources at this point. He's just pretty much, like trying to make it back.
Yeah. Alakazam comes out. He's just trying to put damage on the board now.
Yeah. This Suicune is just running rampant right now.
Tailwind comes out.
Maybe if he had Electivire, this could have been a different story.
Rage Powder's back because Taunt went down.
Yeah. It was fun because I was actually super targeting it with Ice Beam anyway. I did not feel like dealing with this anymore. that jump love has been making my life hell, so I had to get rid of it.
Yeah, fuck that jump love. Ojibwe, that's a seasonal favorite. Everybody likes Ojibwe. It's been used many times by multiple people.
I've used Ojibwe.
He's a great Pokemon. You can have him. And then after this, I do have to get back to...
But yeah, like now, like he's just kind of like trying to build up some pressure, but like really it's just kind of delaying the inevitable a little bit.
Alright, that's enough Pokemon for you. I'll give you some more Pokemon again if you stay on, but let me go switch and trade this guy his Absol.
But yeah, this Suicune was bad news for it, and especially with this when Hitmonchan got hit by that burn, like that really just kind of sealed that.
Your Pokemon's so thick. You're sitting here getting just eating a Bullet Punch that's boosted,
just eating it,
boosted by Iron Fist. But to be fair, he is burned, so I would get burned happening again. Damn, Scald really working in your favor this match.
Scald putting in work.
Icy Wind goes off, slowing them down even more, and doing just a little bit. He crit that Mike Tyson.
I was really trying to kill this Mike Tyson with a Clefairy. I was really trying to do it.
And the burn's gonna take some more damage. Your Tailwind notice, out, like, but they're both slow.
Once he got burned, like I just stopped paying attention to him on chain entirely.
Yeah.
I just was like, you can do whatever you want. I don't care. Everything else can die.
And Bullet Punch.
But he does use this opportunity to kill the Clefairy, which I was sad about because I wanted to get a kill off of Clefairy with Icy Wind, but it doesn't happen. So
it never happens the way you want it.
No brownie points here.
So now it's just Mike Tyson versus you, your Suicune, and this Mew.
Mm-hmm.
What are you planning on doing? Oh, he mock
I'm,
punches. He's like, I'm getting one last little lick in. And you go for a transform to just, I guess, insult him.
yeah, I'm just like, oh yeah,
and then
thanks for that.
and then you go ahead and kill him.
But yeah, that was it.
And that's it, man. So you move on to play his brother. At least he doesn't have to play his brother again in playoffs.
Oh yeah, that would have been funny. That would have been so
Um,
funny because wouldn't he would have been paired up for.
for like every single time, yeah.
Yeah, that would have been funny. That would have been really funny
So,
because they always get paired up.
yeah.
But yeah, man, like okay, he did break sleep clause. For anybody watching, sleep clause is a thing. It's always been a thing.
It's not always, but
It's been a thing for a
long
long
enough.
time.
It's been a thing for a while. But regardless,
It is what it is.
because technically, yes, if we're watching, if I saw what happened, technically, yes, the glaciate did kill him anyway, and it wouldn't have mattered. But you know, that's still
It's the
still
premise.
like
It's the
the premise, I suppose you could.
Because
say.
I mean, you never know if I was gonna switch out.
You never know what
like,
you were gonna do.
And yeah, and I mean, like that would have ruined the entire match. Like I could have like literally switched Gliscor out. I could have did whatever, and then I have 2 mons that are asleep that you weren't supposed to have happen. You know, it's not right.
Yeah,
It's not right.
it's just not
Doesn't
right.
ma-
And then you
doesn't
did
matter.
not only did it not matter because the Gliscor died, but it also on another level didn't matter because the Suicune woke up. But
And honestly, if Suicune didn't wake up, like that was gonna be bad. That was gonna be really bad. But
yeah,
it is what it is. Like the reason why you don't just assume something's gonna die that's asleep or whatever,
misses
just
could
because
happen.
you
I guess.
don't know what's gonna happen. That could just dictate the entire match. Like that's not really fair. But
Yeah,
whatever, guys. He did say that he forgot that we didn't have sleep clause. He does play VGC a good bit, so they don't have sleep clause, so maybe he just really just wasn't thinking about it.
I mean VGC knows that they should have sleep clause. They don't have it because they just don't want to, make moves not as viable.
I don't know. Anyway,
but that moves us to what's that? Week 2.
yeah.
Week 2 of playoffs. Johto. This is the semifinals. This is a short little mini season. I'm going to be going up against Mr. British International J Wade, and then Zach, you're going up against Reese. So
yeah, man.
those are going to be best of 3 matches. You've got to have at least 1 to 2 teams, recommended 3, just in case. But get ready. This is possibly Zach's last match if he loses to Reese of the entire league for at least a while, if not ever. And then if he beats Reese, it's also the first time that Reese in a season format didn't make finals when he stayed, and also the first time that Zach would have beaten him in playoffs, which would be pretty historical. And then obviously I'm going to beat J Wade and move on to the finals to play either Zach or Reese.
Yep.
That's just going to happen to be how it goes.
So, we got some pretty exciting legacy matches next week. It's going to be pretty interesting to see how the tides turn. I hope Ian doesn't sleep on J Wade completely, but I do got faith in my boy that he can take it if he takes it seriously.
Yeah, I mean, like, I think, am I still the only person that beat J Wade in season?
No,
A Reese beat him or something?
I know a couple people beat him.
Oh, he had to surrender. Yeah, he had to surrender. He surrendered against me, and he surrendered against you. So, like, technically, as far as played matches go,
I think he lost to one person. I'm not.
It was me.
Sure
it was me.
No, I'm saying he lost to another person. Like I'm trying to remember who it was.
We'll check the records.
It might have been Dan.
We'll check the records.
I don't know.
Hang on. While we're still here, guys. Hey, enjoy the Pokemon that you got. We're gonna be doing another stream next Sunday. at 6:30 as normal, and then we will be giving away more Pokemon. Come, add. If you want to ask for specific Pokemon, go ahead and get those in now, and let me know what you
Oh, okay.
want.
So yeah, no, he said in the chat. No, he forfeited twice, and
Yeah, I'm looking at the records
awesome.
right now physically, and
Yeah,
he
he would have.
literally, he
I mean,
literally
I'll
just he the only match that he lost that he actually played. No offense, I mean he probably would have lost to me
Wow.
anyway.
I'll be real. If he played me, he would have lost too.
He would have lost to you, yeah. So it's irrelevant, but he only technically in a matches played lost to me in season. So I'm gonna go ahead and put him down in playoffs too.
Put that puppy down.
Make it a good old, American versus Britain beatdown. We'll see you guys next week for week. Hey, seriously, we're on air right now. Do you understand that they can hear that? All right, so we're gonna see you guys in playoffs week 2 for the next Pokemon League Championship Johto mini draft, which is again our last Pokemon Ultra Sun and Ultra Moon series of streams. We will be moving on to Sword and Shield almost immediately. Because it comes out pretty soon after the end of this. But anyway, I've been your host, Murrah, Ian, aka CEO Big Boss. And then, as always, I've had my co-host almost signing off for the last time, but not quite yet. Zach, aka Big Red, aka almost made it second champ.
Later, y'all. Later.
We'll see you guys later. Seriously, you're embarrassing me on the air.